Alright, where are we? So we have a daily tournament going on right now. A lot of good guilds in it, I think. Oh, I don't want to look at the results. A lot of good guilds in it, I think. We've got Rook, we've got OG, Wipe, and Mile. So 4 of the top guilds. And we're going to see if we can ob some good matches. Right, so these ones are yesterday. Today we've got 2 matches on obs. So far, we've got Rook versus OG, Mile versus Wipe. So Mile versus Wipe, Mile with their 2 Ellie, Dervish, double Mez split build. This is a very common build Mile runs. They have a kind of unique split strategy that we haven't seen in a very long time, if at all, where they like to split off a Mesmer, so it's a 2 damage split generally, it's Mesmer Ellie, and sometimes they bring the Monk with them. This time they're just seeing the 2 Ellies out the back, keeping the Mesmer main, Mesmer Assassin running next flag. And they used to run a Grenth on this Dervish, the solo Dervish main team, but I noticed that I think they started running Lisa now, which is going to help them a lot when it comes to flagging. Because one disadvantage of having the 2 Mesmers main is you don't have a great way to run flags, and the Lisa helps with that a lot. Running Vow of Piety as well, so very defensive Lisa build, very tanky against Ellies, and good at running the flag. Mesmer Assassin of Wipe goes out the back. So Wipe is running the standard triple melee 2 Mez. With the Grenth though, no Lisa, double hammers. Double hammer. Let's see what the Grenth Derv bar is as well. Wastrels by the way, on someone. Got the Monk of Mile leaving their split. Shatterstorm on the defending Mesmer Assassin of Wipe. See if both of these Ellies are fluxed. It's the June Flux, Jack of all trades, so Ellies get a bit of a boost. If split Ellies flux, it means that they do less damage, but they have much more sustain. Their attributes will be lowered to be within the Jack of... Ooh, interesting. We just saw a reverse hex on the Ellie Monk. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. Usually on the double Ellie split, you'll bring 2 heals, 1 on each Ellie. But I was thinking the main counter you run into these days is Snare from a Mez and Collapse. Which would mean Reverse Hex is very powerful, as you can take off the illusion snare and you're not susceptible to collapse. There's the illusion snare there though, not in range to remove it, but there's no collapse coming. So very interesting by Mile, quite creative of them to bring Reverse Hex. I'm not sure if they've already been doing it or not. They might have, but anyway, it's very interesting change to the double Ellie split to bring Reverse Hex. And in this Flux, he's got the energy for it as well. So very cool. Wipe is dying at main team. Looks like perhaps they pushed up a little bit. They had the Dervish die. That's a Grenth Dervish. Prot pushed for him, but then the 7 Monk died. We've got Solar Split now. With he has got Heal Breeze and Reverse Hex. Unless I'm mistaken. Perhaps somebody else had Reverse Hex, I don't know. No, he does. Heal Breeze and Reverse Hex, so he's spec'd into both Prot and Healing. And E-Storage and Air. Interesting. Interesting. So he should be able to 1v1 this Mesmer pretty easily. However, if his mana does get low... Actually, he's running Mindburn, so he's only susceptible really in this Flux to the Exhaustion. But he is actually missing a third damage skill though. Sorry, the fourth damage skill. Usually Mind Burn runs Mind Burn, Immolation, Glowing Eyes, and that Hex, Smoldering Embers. But if he's got two heal skills, then he's probably missing one of them. Also, he's got Windborne Speed. Sorry, he's spec'd into 5 different attributes at once. I'm very confused. Okay, so he's Mind Burn, but he's Air, Healing Breeze, Reverse Hex. Okay, I really have no idea what his other 2 damage skills are then. It's getting collapsed right now a little bit, but he makes it out. Anyway, the other thing I want to see is what this Grenth has. He's Vow of Piety, so he's running the tanky Grenth build. Possibly has Pass Restoration as well. Makes him very tanky. What other damage skills do you have, my friend? Let's see them. I actually kind of like Windborne on the Fire Rally. The Fire Rally speed boost, Flame Gins, it's not very good. Especially in this flux where it has pretty long downtime. So Windborne might actually be really smart for him. Lisa Dervish pushing the number 8 monk that's trying to run a flag, I guess. So Mile... No, that's Wipe. Wipe playing a little bit disrespectful in a sense. Grand Stab getting hit. Running flag out on the Mind Shock here. Patient Spirit, by the way. Ooh, they just passed the flag to the Lisa. That was a slick move. I think the Fire Rally is probably just getting his mana back. Because you can cast a lot more on this Flux as Ellie. He's got air achievement, dude. This guy's okay. I think this is a mistake. I think he scuffed his bar. Is he just like didn't make his bar in time or something? Okay, so he's got 10 eyes. What's his last damage skill? Can reverse hex. Looks like there's no mind rack to cover, by the way, so there's absolutely zero chance they're gonna catch this guy. He should go back in again now. Since the warrior's running flag, the warrior will be nowhere close. Backfire, by the way, so he does have to watch out for that. Lightning strike is his other damage skill, so it's mind burn, 10 eyes, lightning strike. He doesn't have cracked armor. He not the most convenient bar for this fight, unfortunately. Yeah, he's not doing so hot here. I think it might go down. Should be another snare sometime soon if the Mesmer stays in range. Monk? No. Other Ellie is coming out the back. Interesting. So this Ellie here doesn't seem to stand a chance in the 1v1. Which is very odd. Well, I don't know if it's very odd, but it's perhaps a little bit odd. It's a little bit unexpected. You think this Mesmer has 0 self heals, right? So you just mind burn every 10 seconds and then he eventually has to run away. Reverse Hex is on a 10-second cooldown. So you can even reverse Hex the first backfire. And the collapse will be far enough away that you can reverse Hex a snare if it's still an issue when you're being collapsed. Anyway. Got some flag double running or some confusion or something. This is making people believe falsely that a Mesmer can defend an Ellie. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of bizarre to see the Ellie lose the 1v1 that badly. It can happen a few times, but there's no way it can happen for the rest of the game. This Ellie will start winning. He must start winning at some point. It's really odd that he's using the Mind Burn on the Archer instead of on the Mesmer Assassin. The Mesmer Assassin has no self-heal other than Drain, I think. And Mind Burn lasts quite a while. I think even if he's Flux, it still lasts like 8 seconds or something, the burning. And he just has to hit one of them like every 10, 15 seconds. And then he auto wins. It's not very helpful though that they're half running the flag with the monk, wipe is, which means that the Ellie doesn't get much space. Bro, come on. Come on! There's no way you die here. It's 2 Ellies with heals. Yeah. He's putting up his attunement. The thing is though, I think this Ellie bar is so scuffed that they can't even kill in the 2v2, even if the Mesmer gets bad rotations. And they keep on running into the environmental effects as well, which totally destroys their damage. So as long as they're doing that, there's no chance they're going to actually score a kill in the 2v2. Yeah, not feeling so good about Miles' split this game. It would be interesting to see them split a Mesmer, but I don't think that would help either. They just don't have the damage on split side. Here we go. Now he's mind burning the Mez. You saw he started with the mind burn on the Mez. And look how much of a difference that makes. Yep, that's all he had to do was just start with the mind burn on the Mez. And it's auto win. As long as you remove the backfire. And put up your enchants before you engage as well. And have them on recharge because the first ones are going to get Shatterstormed. Anyway, we have Miles Mesmer pushing a little bit. Granthdev stuck double running flags. Snare's going to come out soon. So this is not good for a wipe. Because they want this Granthdev to be playing aggressive. The fact that the Mesmer Assassin of Mile is pushed up so far and Miles not under any pressure shows that wipe don't really have a win condition at the moment. They have to find a way to make something happen. Lisa Derv is running, they won't be able to stop that. They're just stuck, permanently double running with their Grenth. Mesmer Assassin now goes back to run. That means the Grenth maybe can make something. Oh no, he's gone back to run because the Lysadurv is pushing front door against the Grenth. Grenth should be able to dodge all the cripples, and with the monk removing anything that hits. So no issue for the Grenth, but the Lisa now has a big opening. If he wants to go for the base, he's wasted a little bit of time though, and he's going to be followed now. And he missed that little window he had. Because now if he goes back, he's going to bring the Grenth. Now there's... Oh, okay. I thought there was an opening, but the split alleys collapsed to main. Looking for a spike. Almost scores a kill. Only the air rally was in range, the mine burn wasn't, I think. And they still almost scored the kill there, which is a little bit concerning for a wipe. Mez Assassin is back running flags, Mez Rit still main. PI Wastrels. Ooh, almost takes out the Killmonk by himself. Killmonk almost gets soloed by the PI Wastrels. Pro Monk of Mile is going down as well, but he is safe too. A lot of instability here from both teams. Backfire, actually. I think that was... Who was that backfire from? Must have been from... Yeah, the PI Wastrels, which is the Mez Rit, by the way. Ellie's looking for the night kill again and is possibly going to suicide as a result after time. If he wants to do that, he's going to need Spirit Bond. Healing Breeze isn't going to cut it. The only way he's going to win that split 1v1 is if he takes down the Mez slowly with his Mind Burn. So now Wipe is starting to push a little bit heavier on the front side. Miles been running on the Mez Assassin, which does give the opening for Wipe to push. No longer running on the Lisa, which is unpushable. But they're not going in the base really. Grenth is in the center, blocking any possible split from Mile. Wants to come through the gate lock maybe. And even with his after time kill on the alley, Wipe's still not able to take any other advantage from it. They're very far behind on flag, Wipe is. Grenth has to go back now to run the next flag. I didn't see how, but they took out the Knights at some point. It must have been the Grenth. Maybe that was like a minute ago and I just missed it. Anyway, at some point, Wipe got the Knights down. Which is going to help them, because this looks like it's going to 28 minutes. Looking for the Solo Monk kill here, Prot gets in range. Now it's on the 7 Monk. Backfires on him. Prot's a little bit out of range. Your Monk is getting a little low, but he survives. Mez Assassin has the flag now. Not ideal in this situation, but he is getting through. Teddy's saying the next round is Wipe versus Mile again. Oh man. We've got the double split now again. 2 Ellies versus... Oh, but these Ellies are fighting without a chance. Must have just been Shadowstormed. I think he got his attunement removed. They got to disengage again. Reverse Hex on the backfire, I think. No, Imagine Burden, I guess. No, it was on the backfire. But they just can't engage. They can't even start the engagement. So this game is still very even, actually. Mile looking for a push at the front door with the Lisa, now that they have flag advantage again. I want to go for the Knights, though, but the other alley is not on split anymore. Mile need to find a way. Oh, actually, just as I say that, the 7 monk goes down somehow against 2 damage. Against 2 damage, did he? Mesmer goes down 2. Did he kill himself to backfire? It was only 2 Mesmers. I don't know what happened there, but Wipe is going to start losing NPCs now. Almost. Nope, keep the NPCs up. But main team's still wiping. Grenth is pushed in the base, followed by the Mez Assassin of Mile. Grenth ruptured. He has to escape. Might get timed actually. He's in a very vulnerable position. If Mile turn around, they could get this guy. This Mez Assassin most likely has a snare. Eats the pin down. Harriers. He's gonna try and suicide. He's trying to get the archer to kill him. He's not. Okay, he's on his vamp now. Will the archer get him? It's gonna be close. Just. Still might take an after time death here though on the warrior. Nope. 8's in range actually. So that cost Wipe an archer and a knight. And that's all because the 7 monk of Wipe somehow died at the stand. Looked like it was just against 2 Mesmers with their 2 monks. I'm guessing that Ali here, the prop monk of Wipe, was out of range temporarily. And Starnub, the 7 of Wipe, got taken out by the Wastrels with backfire, but I don't know. So this game looks like it's definitely going to 28. Teams have to think a lot about NPCs now. Running on the 8 is Mile. Ballsy move. Lisa pushing front door against the Grenth. Mesmer almost going down. Mesmer goes down. Mesmer goes down. They had the prot on the heel here. That was... What did he die to? Just a Mez? That's just a Mez. That's the only damage here is a Mesmer. This Mesmer just killed through 2 monks. This guy, he's even running complicated. He's not even got regular Wastrel's bar. He can't have just died to a single Mez, surely. I must have missed something. It shouldn't be possible. Trying to run flag through, he's getting low. Oof. Wipe is not stable at all. Which does not bode well for their 28. They're pushing out the split now with 2 Mesmers and a monk. They're going to score a kill now on the air alley. Or the mind shock rather. As they're both kind of running air skills. And that's going to be hard to res. Unless Mark can split out a pact through the back door, then that Ellie's going to be dead for 2 minutes. Lisa's pushing in front door. 8's going to be there for him though. And Wipe have to make something happen. They can't just be sitting here. It's getting close to 28. They need more NPCs down or lore damage. They need to play for the endgame. But they are going for flag when they already have the flag advantage. They have to just use the fact quickly while they have an extra player on the field to do something. They've got a Mesmer Assassin at the back door though, but why? He's countering a damage, but... They have like a monk back for the next flag. They're just getting stalled out. They have the player advantage and they're getting stalled out by the fact that they're trying to get a flag surplus. Now they're going to go into 28 on even footing. Now they're starting to push a little bit, but they still didn't even have the flag surplus because they weren't pushing flags. They were double running, but they weren't pushing to slow down the flag. So that whole 2 minutes of the Ellie being dead has just been wasted, unfortunately. Now there's Elisa pushing front door, number 8's following. Mesmer 1v1ing at the back door with the Ellie. That's the Mindburn Ellie. Oh, what the? Mesmeric goes down again. No monk even close. I guess he was trying to make something happen, but he is caught out badly, and Wipe is in serious trouble now. Their res is here, the pact is here, it's getting off. That's good, but this guy can seemingly die very easily. So he's now pacted for the next 2 minutes. If he dies after 26, it's going to be pretty much over for Wipe, as both their pactors are going to be dead. And Wipe is still looking for the kill, it seems. Maybe they're a little hesitant. Okay, here comes the backfire, gets erupted. The prop monk of Wipe is now backdoor. That means that this heal monk is solo against the backfire mez with Waitials, which we've seen so far is a very unstable position for him. The prop monk is coming back now to assist Wipe on the push. The Wipe is pushing with 2 front mez. There's backfire on the 7 monk. And 2 mez of Mile are defending. Meanwhile, Mile's split side, they have a Lisa out the back, defended by a Mez Assassin. 2 Ellies in the center. What are they going to do? They're followed closely by a Hammer Warrior, number 8, and Prot. Mile still running the flag out. They don't want they don't want Wipe to boost, it seems. Wipe are waiting a little bit before they go for lore damage to get their monk in range. So here we go. This is for 28. Pious Restoration gets erupted. They are going to have to push into the pit, which is going to be really tough. They're against 2 monks. They can get lore damage through this. It's only 1 mez against 1 monk. No! No! He goes down. The Mesmer goes down and packed at 26, and that was the way that they can lose the game. That was the only way, or the main way, that they would lose the game from this position. Now they have a warrior dead on base defense. They've only got 1 monk back in the base. The Mesmer though will do a lot of work if he doesn't die, shutting down the Mesmers of Mile, but Mile can get potentially a lot of lore damage here. It was a early death very soon after 26 as well. They're going for the kill. Monk has to Spirit Bond himself. He gets it off. Mesmer is here though as well. Looks like Mile is just trying to end it actually. Which is going to be tough. Okay, now they're looking for lore damage. Lisa's going to get a lot of lore damage. Meanwhile, in Miles' base, Wipe is getting a lot of lore damage. This is actually going to be a close game, but I don't think that Wipe is able to get much. Because they just died too early. They couldn't get enough people in the pit. They didn't have enough NPCs down. And even the few hits that they did do, I don't think they hit through Entourage. Yeah, Teddy's saying, why is the Mez in the front and the Warrior in the back? Yeah, it probably would have benefited Wipe to keep that Mesmer in the back. Especially given how easily he dies. And the fact that he was unpacked. So, game goes to Mile. Very hard game for both teams. Both teams struggling to get off their game plans. The split side not working out at all for Mile. But Wipe also taking a lot of random deaths. or it's what seemed like random deaths at the main team, getting destroyed by the Mesmers of Mile. Interesting. Okay, let's see what we got next. So those games are yesterday. We got Rook versus OG, Mile versus Wipe, and Mile versus Wipe again on Jade. Let's watch the rematch. Same guilds, different map. Different builds as well. Or different build, duh. Instead of running the split, Mile's running the AV8. Dervish Monk. So triple front double mez versus triple front double mez. 2 warriors for Wipe, 2 dervishes for Mile. Double running on the Mez Assassin is Mile. Also double running on the Mez Assassin is Wipe. Either a Grenth or a Balth here for Wipe. Balth. And Vow Piety on the Dervish Rit. So Elisa, I don't know if he has Vow, but this other Dervish has Vow too. Either a Balth or a Grenth. Feel like a Grenth. Monk Warrior, by the way, on 7 for Mile. Possibly running Prot D. Balth. Balth, if he's flexed Balth, he used his Balthazar a little bit faster than normal. So 7v7 at the stand. Wipe getting really low already somehow. Almost taking 2 deaths off the bat. One of the Mez, one of the Warrior. Very odd. And Warrior's getting lined back by the Lisa. Wipe, of course, don't have a Lisa. They are instead linebacking the flag holding Mesmer. Still getting low is Wipe, I feel like. Couple guys jumping around. Mesmer of Mile is sneaking up to the flag stand. Perhaps Mile smell blood in the water. See, they're getting close to scoring kills. There's the flag cap. And they're not going to let this Mez go back easily. Eats the Harrier's cripple there from the spear. But he's going back. Miles Lisa now pushing. He's going to meet the Mez Assassin of Wipe. Jadastorm. No E-Surge. Well, in this Mesmer at least. Lisa Derv instead looks for next flag. Flag running is going to be a lot easier for Mile this game as they have the Lisa. They can easily run the short way. The same cannot be said for Wipe though. They're going to do it anyway though. Mez Assassin running the short way. Miles Dervish, Lisa Dervish running the short way. Cryptsig, Rupted. Lisa Derv is crippled. Going back for next flag on the Mez Assassin of Mile. Mez Assassin of Wipe about to come through the portal and double run with the Warrior. Mile is not contesting the center ground here. That's going to help Wipe a lot on the flags. This should be an extremely risky double run right here. If there was a Balth Derv on top of this Warrior. There's no Mez to help them. But Wipe's still somehow getting a little bit low. Even with 2 damage back from Mile. I just feel like they're not stable at main. Needs a monk to push. The dervish, he is pushing, but Wipe's lack of stability may hurt them here a little bit. Actually, the Dervish Ritter is being quite aggressive. With Kripsig, he's pushing the Mesmer Assassin. He may get him. Gonna be close. No, it's gonna be easy. Not even close. Mesmer Assassin of Mile goes down. Now, Wipe is playing very aggressive. Backfire on the 7 Monk. And Mile is falling apart a little bit. Mesmer Assassin gets rezzed. Who said you need Lisa to push? Like a madman. Wipe very happy pushing with their Balthdev. 7 Monk dead after time. No res in sight. 8 Monk dead as well. This could be game. Here comes a res up the side. Mesmer Rit of Wipe is on top of it. He's going to have to make it through the interrupt. 2 Mesmers are close. Okay, 2 reses here for Mile. They have to get one of these off. They both get erupted. 1 cry, 1 complicate. But now there's no Mesmers to take out this Prot Monk. He needs to survive a bit longer and kill the Lord. No. And that's game. So Wipe get their revenge. Balthdev destroys the Mesmer Assassin of Mile. And then they just start to fall apart. Take deaths after time. And that's all she wrote. Okay, what do we have next? We have Rook versus OG. Ooh, what the? What? OG with a wild build. Okay, OG with the Warrior Ellie and 4 Ellies. Rook with the Warrior Ellie, Ellie Rit Gust. So odd. Mesmer Assassin, Mesmer Rit, and Ellie Monk. Ellie Monk and 8 Monk out the back at the start for Rook. And so OG's build looks like that's fire, that's air. It looks like a double Ellie split with probably, I'm guessing, water, earth, a main team. And I'm guessing this is going to be a hard game for... I don't know, actually. I would guess this would be a hard game for Rook. I can't say that, though, because it depends a lot on the Mez Assassin's bar. Can he defend the split allies effectively? If it is a water and an earth at main team for OG, it's a water, but he has rust, so his bar's a little bit gimped. And his Rit/Ritzo probably has pact, which means he's probably lacking on his snare skills or on his energy. He's got glowing eye, so he's... Does he have Aura Resto? Does he have Attunement and Aura Resto? Yes, he does. So he's got 3 energy management, res, rust. That means he's only got 2 or 3 snares. I think 3 snares. And no... what's that skill called? No blurred. So 3 snares is still okay. Rust is pretty nice, actually. I like it. It's pretty hard to fit on the water early bar generally, because you're getting ruptured so much that you need a lot of snare skills. But it's really nice because it slows down signets and interrupts them and disables them. One of the few skills that does that, so it's good against Purge Signet, it's good against like Keystone. Anyway, what's going on? We have the Ellie of Rook in the back of OG's base, defended by an Ellie. Rook loses a footman. Spirit Bond, Mind Burn versus what? Mind Shock? I think I heavily favor the Mind Burn here at the back door. Mind Shock shouldn't be able to kill him, and the Mind Burn should be able to get NPCs through, especially against his Patient Spirit, and he's got 10 eyes, so we can take out Killing Signet and Trolls. So OG is going to start bleeding NPCs unless they change up the strategy. OG at the main team though, are they doing well in the flags? No, they're not. Because Rook just ran it in. Ebonhawk, by the way, on the Earth Ellie, so he's not even running full snare build, I assume. Hopefully he at least has foes. If he does though, he's not using it. Warrior Ellie with Starburst. So maybe OG trolling a little bit with the build. Now OG sends their 2 Ellies to split. Warrior Ellie goes through the center. They're looking to 3-man on the split right now. They don't have a monk with them yet. Do they even need one though? They're only against the Fire Ellie. They have the heals from both of these Ellies. It's Patient and it's Heal Breeze, which is quite a lot of healing against a Flux Mind Burn, which does less damage than an Unflux Mind Burn. Mind Burn Ellie of OG goes back to his base. Mind Shock Ellie of OG splits off. But I don't think much is going to come of that if he solo splits. I think the Mind Burn has his number here. So OG is just trying to overload the center a little bit to not give Rook an opening. Both teams actually have Starburst Warriors. Flail also on this warrior. Doesn't want to fall victim to Frenzy. No heals on these NPCs. A little bit odd. So some free NPCs there. A Rook. Mesmer Assassin of Rook stuck running flags, which is very unfortunate because OG having 4 Mesmers, Mesmer Assassin can have a big impact if he's not running flags. Still no foes coming out. Ellie Warrior, by the way, so running Prot D, and he just maybe fat fingered it a little bit. So he doesn't have speed boost most likely, unless he has Windborn. So he can't run flags. And he can't snare flags unless he's got a hidden foe somewhere on his bar, which he could have. But if he has foes, then what's he missing? He's got Ebonhawk. Anyway, so flag comes out here on Ellie Monk. I feel like Rook should just keep this guy split. I'm not sure what happened, but he's only resplitting now. He's defended now by a Mind Burn, which is going to do more against him, but it's still... I still think it's not going to be able to take him out. I still think he can kill NPCs through the Mind Burn, but I'm not 100% sure on that. His Aura Resto will heal a lot against the burning damage, and the Spirit Bond hopefully does the rest. But definitely much more chance in this 1v1 defense for OG with the Mind Burn than with the Mind Shock. Just in this build, I think does nothing. Very little damage. And you're boosting what? A Flail Starburst Warrior, which also doesn't do much damage. So not much chance for Rook to actually score kills. Unless these Mesmers go off the chain. It's unfortunate with the... Oh, he has Sprint actually, so he could be running flags. I was going to say, unfortunate the Warrior Ellie probably has Rush, so he can't run flags, but with Sprint he could. And that would allow Rook to keep both Mesmers main, or maybe split one or something like that. Which would probably give them a big opportunity to score kills, or to not get behind on flags, but it looks like flags aren't a problem anyway. So his three snares are Freezing Gust, Winter's Embrace, and Mirror of Ice. And this guy's bar is Prot D, Aura Restoration, Stoning, Ebon Hawk, Earth Attunement, Stone Sheath, and then 2 more skills, I think. The 2 or 3 more skills? I don't know. Whatever he's got a couple of hidden skills. Does he have Resig? Does he have Foes? He doesn't seem to have a third energy management. He does, I haven't seen him use it. So no Glyph, no glowing glowstone. Here's the 1v1 at the back. Fire Ellie's duking it out. This Ellie can just run away and heal be fine. Because Rook's Fire Ellie has to switch his targeting to the NPCs. Can he take out... He's not risking anything. Playing very, very safe. He goes high set there possibly, dodges the Mind Burn. And he's doing very little damage though against the Knight. Rook not capping. Now they're capping. This game looks like it's going to 28 as neither team can do much damage. And in 28, I think I favor OG's build. Because I feel like they have more movement control and more burst damage so they can get NPCs a little bit easier. They don't need much of a jump to get NPCs. And I feel like Rook just don't really have a way to either get NPCs or score kills. OG splitting out an Ellie. He's not followed. Ellie is not followed by anything, I think. 8 Monk still here. 8 Monk's going back only now. So here we go. This is a setup for 28. If he just pushes in right now and ignores these archers, he can get some pit NPCs. But he's going for the archers. So he'll get the archers down. He may get a knight or a knight and an archer, or both knights. Because Rook is very far behind on their response. This guy could just run in and draw some of the aggro so that they don't lose NPCs. OG is not diving the NPCs though. I think a little bit of a missed opportunity. Those 2 dead NPCs could be 2 pit NPCs, but OG just want to play it safe. I think they're full morale though, right? So they don't have to play it safe. And Rook is struggling to find a game plan that works. Got that archer there. That'll be a little bit helpful. OG collapses to main team. Now Rook has an opportunity to try and make something happen. It's AP8. OG's going to be stuck in this AP8 for a while. Nice Aegis. Keeps the Ellie alive. Gust Ellie gets a little bit low, but he's fine too. Running on the 8 is OG. So Rook have a little bit of a window here where they have all their damage. They've got their snare on the Mesmer Assassin here. It's only the 10-second snare. They've got the Gust. They could have looked for NPCs. Well, they don't have to respond to the split Ellies, but the split Ellies are on the move. And Rook didn't advance their position. And so now they're going to have to defend the split Ellies again. OG running the flag out, perhaps just as a distraction or something. Try and delay the game. I don't know if you really need Prot D on a Stone Sheath. You can run Dark Escape this month. You can spec it pretty high, get 12 seconds on it. Bit of a speed boost that makes you very tanky. Which you already are with your Stone Sheath armor. Yeah, look at tanking all that damage to the Stone Sheath. Might still die. Nope, survives. Huge damage reduction from Stone Sheath. So these Ellies are now undefended. They're going to get some pit NPCs this time. Rook really dropping the ball on this. This game is going to 28 and Rook is bleeding NPCs. Pit NPCs. Not good at all. And OG just disengages. They don't even want to try and fight into a 2v2. And main team just playing rock and sock and robots 6v6. Nobody getting low on either team. There's a bit of a snare here on the Mesmer Assassin that's trying to collapse. Fire Ellie. Hang on. What's going on here? Ellie sneaking another pit NPC. Oof. Don't like to see that. This Ellie's fast, so as long as he gets his Windborn off properly, he should be fine. Yeah, he's fast, he's got KD, he's got good heals, and this other Ellie doesn't do much damage in the first place. Rook taking a little bit of damage here at main team now. As they are trying to make something happen. Prop Monk is between main and push. Now OG starts to collapse. As all of the damage is going to be on them soon, or most of the damage. Looking for a collapse kill, but they won't find it as there's two monks already on push side for Rook. So OG slowly getting ahead in this game. You have to take risks now. You have to start taking risks. This guy's got Spirit Bond. There's no enchant remove on OG. You have to take risks and start getting pit NPCs or you are going to lose 28. For 28, Rook can't even defend with both Mesmers. They need to have a Mesmer pushed up because of the Stone Sheath. So Rook is going to be forced to probably defend with a Mesmer and with Gust at 28. Sorry, did I say? Yeah, no. Sorry, I mean that they Rook has to push a Mesmer at 28. Push a Mesmer because OG is going to be defending with their Stone Sheath. So they have to, yeah, push one of the Mesmers and probably push the Fire Alley. And I'm guessing they're going to push the Warrior, although I don't know if that's... I guess that's the better move. Rook takes death there somehow. Think maybe they're running on 8? Nope, taking multiple deaths actually. Did they run on 8 there? Ballsy. They get the reses off though, as there's no interrupts on OG. And OG proving that you don't need to have Mesmers in 2025. You don't even need interrupts or enchant removal, you just need a bunch of Ellies. Rook's Ellie was looking for NPCs, but he's not going to find them. This is looking really bad for Rook. They're still bashing their head against the wall here at main team. What's the game plan though, guys? What are we trying to accomplish? OG have 3 monks here. Rook have what? 1, 2 damage. 3. They had 3 damage. Now they're pushing. Now they're looking to make something happen. Now they're doing... They've got the right idea, looking for NPCs. It's still going to be really hard though. Because this Ellie does 0 damage. The Warrior does very little damage as well. There's an instant collapse by OG's Mind Shock. Mind Burn is still at the back. He's met by Mesmer and an Ellie though. And Rook loses their 7 monk, but he's back. Rook's only boosted once, by the way. Actually, maybe they boosted multiple, but they didn't count. Because they're already full morale. Here comes a knight. Okay, now Rook is finally looking for these pit NPC kills. Did they get it? It's really close. Almost. Come on, one did anything? Nice. Okay, they got the knight down. That's the second knight. Let's see. Now they're looking for archer kills. Perfect, perfect, perfect. However, on the other hand, OG has pushed out a team at front door. Rook is responding with the 8 monk, but he's pretty far behind. This could be really bad. They could lose their bodyguard off of this. OG, however, lose their bodyguard in return. Warrior Gust. Oh, hang on. This is the split response. These are the split response damage characters. So then what's Rook responding with? Only the 8 monk. And the prop monk. Oh no, this is a really risky move. This is going to give OG potentially a lot of lore damage. But OG's dying though. They have 3 monks and a water rally and a stone sheet, and they're still dying at main team. That shouldn't happen. They are going to base res though, and they're probably going to boost. But if the prop monk goes down, that really shouldn't happen. It is all the 5 damage though of Rook. Pack gets ruptured. 8 monk goes down. Oh my god. Pack gets off. No, Resig gets off? Resig gets off. It's a Resig. This Ellie was hiding a Resig. That was one of his unknown skills the whole game. Prop monk is getting closer going down. 7 monks getting closer going down. But they survive. And now the pressure is on to Rook. Rook's base. Okay, the warrior left. OG's warrior left and is returning to main team. Bodyguard goes down. They lost the bodyguard in the 2v2 with 2 monks against 2 allies. That is not good. And now, yeah, the pressure is on Rook right now. They have a solo monk. They got the whole pit of OG, but they are now against 3 damage with only 1 monk and not much. They have a bit of defense, but they have to put Gust on the 7 monk, and he has to get out of this position right now. They have to have their regular split defense characters, the Ellie monk and the Mesmer assassin, consider collapsing to their own base right now. because OG is just going to pump lore damage. As long as Rook defends with 2 monks, OG is just going to pump a lot of lore damage. So it's great to get the pit down, but they're still very behind for 28. And OG got the boost off that as well. The Rook made a calculated bet there to try and end the game, and they almost had it, but just too many reses. That unexpected res sig was chef's kiss. Very good. So OG's split is now pushed out of the base, but they got a lot of lore damage. Rook is going to push in now and look for some more lore damage themselves. They're getting snared though on the push. Gust Ellie is ahead. Need interrupts on the water Ellie here. Gets that freezing gust through. And now the split defense of Rook is in a 2v2. Okay, this Ellie needs to consider defending his base as well. At some point. Ooh, sneaky Ellie. Sneaky Ellie in the back. He's followed though by the monk of OG, but they really want to follow with the damage. They don't want him to be hitting the Lord for a long time. Also, the Mesmer's got to be a little bit careful here. He's going to degen out to Mind Burn, potentially. Looks like he's going down. Oh, it's close, and he's dead. He's dead for another minute. Now there's 2 damage out for OG. This Ellie has to defend his base. The Fire Ellie of Rook has to defend his base. Rook still have a lot of lore damage they have to do to catch up. It looks like they're going to get it though, as OG seems unable to push them out of the pit. But this is tight. Ooh, he eats a really bad pin down there. Number 8 monk of Rook is trying to stand away from the pit. He's getting the basing mez soon. Spirit Bond is going to save his ass here. Warrior Assassin, sorry, Warrior Ellie is coming. Prot Monk is following too, but no. Prot Monk is going the wrong way. Now it's going to be 3 damage of OG in Rook's base. Rook only have a Monk and a Mesmer here. Prot Monk went the wrong way. Prot Monk of Rook has gone into the wrong base. Eight Monk of Rook is trying to survive. But there's a lot of interrupts. There's Tenai's, there's Mind Shock. There's a lot of damage, and there's Deep Wound. The Mesmer goes down. Prot Monk is so far away. Prot Monk of Rook is so far away. He's going to Spirit Bond himself. It's going to be so close. So 8 Monk of Rook goes down. Now it's up to the Prot Monk. He has to survive another minute, but that's impossible. This is game over. And they just take out the Lord. When the game goes to OG. Wow. Intense. Huge mistake there by the Prot Monk of Rook. Probably couldn't see the warrior, but unfortunately he ran to the wrong base. Difficult decision to make. Wow. And OG winning once again without any Mesmers, without any interrupts. No Mesmers, no Rangers, no Necros, no interrupts, no enchant remove. 0 enchant remove in the entire build, by the way. Not even many snares, just 3 snares on the water rally. Somehow OG winning that. Crazy. Okay, what do we have next? We've got scrims. We've got scrims and tournament battles. First, I guess I'll watch a scrim since I might go off ob soon. Okay. So Wipe versus OG. OG with triple front, double mez. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll watch this one another time. It's another triple front, double mez mirror. See if the AT match. Okay, AT match. We got an assassin, Ellie. And we got triple front, double mez. So we got triple front, double mez, mirror, except OG have an assassin. Interesting. Wipe has changed their 7 monk, I think. Neither team waiting back for second flag. Bleeding stability. It's probably a Lisa Dove. Whirling charge. Ooh, Melandrews. Okay. Melandrews. Not using his Lisa though. A little bit odd. So we have a Melandrews Derv out of Wipe. Melandrews I think is plus 30 armor against elemental damage. So Wipe specking the Ellie builds. Unfortunately they run into 0 Ellies. So the spec will not quite pay off. Looks like he's got Pious Renewal as well. So a lot of armor. I don't know if it stacks though. I guess if he gets cracked armor then he will benefit still. Anyway, so we have Assassin is... It's like a triple run going on here. A lot of flag running. Kit is brought back by both teams. Sitting in both teams' pits. Ooh, big enraged. This looks like a Grenth, but with Melandrews. Oh, what the? Okay. Doesn't have an avatar, he's a Zinraze spammer. Okay. So both teams lacking a lot of damage. This should probably become a catapult game. There's a push. Assassin is going to suffer against this pushing Melandrews Dervish probably. Hang on, what's that? Hidden Caltrops, okay. I thought it was maybe something else. Yeah, this Dervish is going to crush Hidden Caltrops. I wonder if Melandrews... I think when you lose an enchantment with Melandrews on you, it removes your conditions. I wonder if when he uses Pious... Okay, Assassin goes down. Oh yeah, this is a huge spec, this game. I wonder if when he uses Pious Restoration, if it removes both the Hex from Hidden Caltrops and the Cripple. If it does, then this is like an ultra spec. Yeah, and OG kind of fallen apart a little bit. They have the Dervrit spammer, but they don't have the damage to score kills. They would need their assassin to do a huge amount of DPS, but he's got no gust. He's got Black Mantis as well. Yeah, I think OG's maybe just trolling a little bit. Having some fun. OG is probably never going to kill in this 8v8. And taken a lot of damage in the choke. Look at that. Cure 2 conditions from yourself whenever you lose a Dervish enchantment. I wonder if that also triggers on Pious Renewal as well. Similar to how Scourge enchantment triggers on Pious Renewal. That would mean that every time he loses an enchantment, he loses 4 conditions. Wipe actually take a death. Okay. Guess I gotta watch this a little more closely. OG running the flag through, followed by Mesmer and Melandru's Dervish. No monk pushing up. Oh, Warrior's boxing out the monks up here. Monk is trying to push through. It's been a while though. Dervish taking a lot of damage. Monk's almost in range. Monk gets his heal burst erupted. Dervish stays alive somehow. There's a flag drop though. Flag return. 7 monk is now under pressure. 6 monk goes down. The fact that OG survived for so long there shows that they actually have a lot of stability in their team and build. That was an incredibly risky spot they put themselves in, and yet they survived for quite a long time. Probably also shows the lack of damage here on the Melandru's Dervish. And also guided weapon. Maybe there's some synergy there with the assassin. Guided weapon, I think, makes your attacks unblockable. But can you cast it on other people or only yourself? He's casting it on other people. I thought you could only cast it on yourself. Interesting. Guided weapon, I think, has the potential to be really broken skill. What's the recharge on that? Where is he? Here he is. 5 seconds. Dude, that's so broken. Unfortunately though, costs 15 energy and 2 seconds to cast, so if it ever does become a problem, it's just going to get interrupted. And you can't really cancel cast it. Having some trouble with the knights. Backfire on the Dervish Writ. Moved. Okay, knights are now properly bowled. So we saw before, OG scored a kill on the Mesmer Writ, who was also dying a lot in the first game of the AT with wipe against Mile. So if there is a weak point for a wipe, it may be this Mesmer Writ. And maybe that's why because he can eat peace spikes. One knight is down. Other one gets big spirit. Second knight is down. Interrupt on the avatar. OG loses their 7 monk and slowly gets further behind. P-Leak. from 16. He's running Suffering, by the way. I think that's why he's dying so much. He's not fluxed. He's got 16 Dom Magic. And he is very squishy compared to other targets. So much more damage and much more effective shutdown, but a lot less health. Aura of Faith, by the way. No PNH here on the 6 of OG. And Wipe just playing on the monks of OG as they are under zero pressure. Here we go, there's a flag on the assassin. I think this is going to be the wipe though. Either they let the assassin die or they try and save him and wipe. There's a front and a mez on it. Is anyone going to push for him? They're pushing for him now. And here we go, now they're emboldened the choke point. This is where they can take another death. Not going to be punished for it though, actually. They managed to squeeze out without taking any extra damage. They're going for the flag again though. By the way, Mirage Cloak. So very good guy to run the flag on. Surprised that they didn't take a death there, OG. Mesmer almost gone down. And there's the weak link in the chain. The killable target. The non-fluxed Mesmer. Hitting Caltrops. Let's see, does he get the Hex after it? Sorry, the condition. And the answer is yes, he does, it seems. Full block on the assassin. OG under good amount of pressure. Drop on the flag, gets returned. Assassin still blocked. No teleport to get out. He's going to constrain his healer's movement. So they can't pull out unless they are willing to sacrifice the assassin. Nope, Mesmer moves out of the block and assassin is free. Warrior of OG splits off with the flag at the back door. And split response is going to be the Mez Assassin, which also opens up the front door because that's the split response with the snare. OG's 8 though goes down to a Warrior and a Mesmer. Pactor is getting hit. But he's okay now. Monk's about to base. Gotta be careful they don't get timed here on the prot. Or the assassin. Assassin goes down. Mesmer Assassin goes down as well, so just as OG finds a way to get out of the base, start taking a lot of deaths, unfortunately. And it all happens when the Dervish Rit leaves the main team, so maybe he was holding up his team there. It was the secret weapon, keeping his team alive the whole game. Anyway, well done to Wipe. Bit of an unfortunate build from OG, I think. But nice try anyway. Okay, what else we got? We got that mirror match. So we got Mile versus Rook. It's going to be interesting. Warriors are. Mile known to split on Warriors are. And then we got that unrated game between OG and Wipe, which was a triple front, double mez, mirror. So we'll start off with Rook versus Mile. Mile not doing the split, they're doing the triple front. Rook with the double Ellie. Okay. Warrior Assassin, Dervish Warrior. Ellie Rit, Ellie Warrior. Bit of a troll build, I think. And Mile with the try-hard build. Double Dervish frontline, Warrior Assassin. Probably a Lisa. Cool armor this guy has. Nobody's waiting back for the second flag on either team. Oh, did I see a Pious? Maybe not. Oh, there it is, Val Piety. So Lisa and Val Piety, Dervish Ritz, Balthazar. Drops a flag, going for the Honor 8v8. Both teams are. Actually, both teams are running the kit back. No bowling of the footman yet. Gust. Double gust? Might be double gust. Double gust, but without assassin frontline. Tanais. A lot of damage actually. Come out there for a second. Mage Hunter's Warrior Assassin. Oh, huge damage. Huge damage compression there from the Warrior. With Prot Strike Mage Hunter Staggering Blow. And it's too much too quickly for a Mile. Monks are both balled up here. They're blocked, it seems. On top of the Gust and the Dervish. Double Gust. And these monks are toast. At least Mile got their repair kit back. Mile's already splitting off the Lisa. Defended by the number 8 though, which is not good for Mile. As Rook have a lot of defense main team with the Gusts. So they can probably... a Rook can probably afford to defend with the 8 monk. Double split actually now. It's the Balth Dervish and the Lisa. Defended though by Gust, Warrior and Monk. Repair kit snuck out a little bit. Flag coming through the back door. Nothing to catch it. I don't know if Rook has any snares on their team actually. So if this does become a roach game, then Mile will be able to run around a bunch. Dervish gets caught, but he's pretty tanky. If he doesn't get his Vow of Piety stripped. Oh, he switches to his Scythe right as the Warrior gets on top of him and eats the Gust, or whatever knockdown that was. Save though, he's got a lot of armor, so... And the Ellies do so little damage to begin with. With their Flux Gust build. Lisa splits off. And now it becomes a little bit tricky for Rook. As they do not have a huge amount of damage, and they don't have snares. They've got a lot of movement, and they've got some CC when they're in a team fight. But they don't in a roach game. Yeah. Gustelli runs a flag. Balth looks for the Knights, followed too closely though by Warrior and Monk. If this Lisa can block the Monk a little bit, Balth can maybe do something. No, he's got to get out. Lucky dodge there of the pin down. It's the wall. Gus is almost in range. It's here now. But he's got to run around the corner. And the Lisa is tanking the damage, so he'll be fine. So Mile now running out of flag on the Warrior. This is a nice position for a Mile. They can do this all day. Oh, this is so good for them. There's 3 guys here. For Rook wasting time on the one Lisa. This Monk pushed up though. I don't know about that. He puts himself in a difficult position. He's now the target of Rook. And he doesn't have Spirit Bond, it seems. And he's toast. He could be totally dead here. Needs another Monk to push for him, but 7... No one is pushing. He's got Dark Escape. He's still not taking much damage, actually. But he's still gonna die. Mesmer gets in range, doesn't even cast anything. I think that's a bit of a mistake by the monk. Didn't need to push so early for the Lisa. And Mile can't be making those mistakes if they want to play Roach mode. Still no catapult caps. Although there is a free catapult if the Lisa wants to go grab it. But the Lisa's dead for another minute. And Mile has to get back in their base. Dervish of Mile. The Balthazar splits. He's running slowly though. He's trying to bait out Complicate so he can res. Mesmer does not fall for it. And now he gets space to res. He can res the Lisa? No, he's not going to go for it. Mesmer leaves him. And he's going to be defended by the Gust. And the Gust will use the opportunity to run the... No, 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 what are you doing? He's not going to have time for this, surely, is he? He's going to time himself. Oh no. Oh no. Does he at least get the NPCs? He's got to at least get the NPCs. No, he doesn't even get... Oh, just base races. Oh, Ellie made a bit of a mistake there. He could have saved his NPCs and timed the Dervish, but he just kills the Dervish right before time. Very lucky for that Dervish. Could have gone very badly. There's a kit here. Someone can just grab that and run it in. It's going to be the 8 Monk of Rook that does it. Rook going to pull back into counter range now. Going to draw out Mile a little bit. Here it comes, it's repaired. But Mile is hip to it and they are out of counter range. Ooh, Warrior is caught out. Don't think it matters though. Because they would have to run through counter range if Mile wanted to push this. So here comes the res. Does it get KD'd? Nope. Doesn't get erupted or anything. I was thinking we KD'd by shock, but of course it can't because the shocks are on Rook's team. Warrior almost went down again though. Was close. No one's on the catapult. Miles' offense being blunted by Gust. Got a Lisa in the front door. He grabs a catapult. Here we go. He's got to not eat the cripples. No, he drops it. Might be the smart move. But I don't know. He can do it. He can. I'm sure he can grab this repair kit. If he has Vow of Piety, then he can do it. He's also probably wants to get down these footmen. But he's maybe cost a little bit too much time. Yeah, Dervish now grabs the repair kit. He's going to run it to safety. Yeah, and the Lisa may never see that repair kit again. Death on Rook there. Rook perhaps playing a little bit ballsy here. Hammerbash interrupted. There's a pact. Looking to train out this pacted DP'd Ellie. Can't be much DP though, given that Rook is boosted. And Rook is looking for a 3-man split to get the Lisa out of their base, as they have nothing that can really 1v1 it. Now this Lisa should be happy in this backside area here, holding back a Warrior and an Ellie. As long as his monk doesn't push for him again. If his monk pushes for him, then the monk can get caught out and die. So I don't think that the monk wants to follow. Where's the repair kit? Repair kit's firmly in the pit. Ooh, oh, he's making a mistake. He doesn't have Lisa. This is a huge mistake. Now the monk has to save him, and the monk, even if... Oh, the warrior made a mistake there. Now the monk is exposed though. They can keep up the dervish, but the monk is going to be exposed. The number 8 monk of Rook is coming back, but there has to be line back on the warrior so that the warrior can't jump the 8 monk of Mile. Miles in such a risky position here. The monk is caught out. Warrior's on top of him. Eats the bull strike. He's dead after time. Huge, huge, huge mistake here by Mile in the way that they've run this split. They should have just been content with keeping the dervish on split defended by the warrior and the Ellie and just had a player advantage at main team. Especially before when they had an opportunity to cap the catapult. They could have really gotten an advantage in this game, but they're suiciding their number 8 monk. They're sacrificing him. And now Mile is in a really dangerous spot. Only 2 monks alive against 5 damage, and they have to run back into catapult range. Luckily for them, there's no one on the catapult, but they have to survive a minute now without monks. A lot of bull strikes eat in this game. Sig. And it looks like that's game. They still have 3 damage up against 2 monks, so they could put out some damage here. Especially with the pit up, but it looks like it's too late. Actually, yeah, they have... No, the dervish ran out the back. Dervish should have stayed main. Probably wouldn't have made a difference, but they got 3 damage plus pit against just the 2 monks of Rook. Could have at least slowed him down a little bit, but it's a far shot. Alright, so that was Rook versus Mile. Seen OG versus Wipe. Saw both of these Mile versus Wipe games. We saw OG versus Rook. So that's all of the AT games from today. And then one last game, the unrated between Wipe and OG. Triple front, double mez mirror. Wipe with 2 warriors. Balf Piety Dervish. Will he be Grenth or Balf? We'll see. OG. No, it's not triple front, sorry. It is probably 2 fronts and the weapons dervish again. But this time, okay, last time, this is basically a replay of the AT match, except in the AT, OG had an assassin, now they have a dervish. Forget if they had a dervish or a warrior as their second front, but anyway, now they have warrior and dervish, no death charge on them. Neither team waiting for second flag. The dervish was Zinrays and vengeful weapon and guided weapon as well, which is something we pretty much never see. Ooh, look at that. That was an anti-KD skill, I think. Balthazar's Pendulum. Is he going to use it? Nope. Whoa! There's guided weapon doing huge damage, and that is the key there. That's guided weapon. And yeah, when Wipe see that, they have to consider now interrupting it if that happens again. Because Dervish, like Wipe think that they have a Prot D up, so they think that they're invincible, ball on top of each other. But then guided weapon comes through and the Dervish hits every single attack, and they get very low very quickly from that. Dervish Ritto now is running the flag. let's see. We have both teams. No, OG didn't run their kit back. Interesting. Got flag double running from Wipe here. We've got a push from the Balth Dervish. No res on this Balth Dervish, by the way. He does have Vow Piety, and he's got Signet of Pious Restraint, so he doesn't have res. Also, is that what elite was that? So we've got Balthazar's Pendulum, and is it Healing Hands, or is it that other one that heals when he's knocked down? I think this monk might have Healing Hands as an elite. And you know what? That's actually very interesting because OG, as we saw before, we're not playing any enchantment move, so it opens up a whole bunch of skills that are normally unplayable. A whole bunch of enchantments that cannot be removed. Is he going to use it? Not using it, he's saving it. Catapult on top of OG, so Wipe has capped OG's Catapult with OG's kit. Because OG did not run it back. There's the Balthazar's Pendulum. The only time where it's a good idea to eat E-Smash. There's another Catapult. Is he going to get both these fellas? I wonder if Zinraze... Okay, it just gets the Dervish Red. I wonder if Zinraze reduces the Catapult damage. The OG in big trouble now. Usually it feels like they're disrespecting the other team with their builds, but now they're finally being disrespected with this Catapult play. Just getting smashed at main team. 8 monk can't push through. It can't fall back because of the Catapult. And there's a Dwarven Battle Stance as well, actually. So Wipe is pulling out all the disrespect elites. Who did Wipe lose to? It was Mile, right? Yeah, Mile. It's interesting that... So OG... Did OG beat Mile? I don't know. No, OG beat Rook. Okay. I was thinking if... I thought that OG beat Wipe at some point, but I guess they didn't. 'Cause I was thinking if OG beat Wipe, it's weird for Wipe to be disrespecting them with builds like this. I guess I imagine that. Anyway, easily goes to Wipe. Seemed like they had stronger APA. Capped OG's Catapult. OG had one possibility of that game with the surprise guided weapon on the Dervish. But other than that, didn't really stand much of a chance. Anyway, so that's all of the games for today. That was a good AT. Let's see the final results. So nobody won the AT. OG lost to Wipe. Wipe lost to Mile. Mile lost to Wipe and to who was it? Who else did they lose to? To Rook. Yeah, so all the teams beat each other, and Cole is the only guild that went undefeated because they forfeit after the first round. So the real winners of the AT, I guess, are Cole. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.